I want to test something. I want to test what happens if you give 2 humans 10,000 years to evolve in strange ways in WorldBox. Now, if you haven't seen this game before, WorldBox is a god-type simulator. There's loads of stuff in terms of different animals or disasters, all this kind of stuff. But I just want to see what happens if you let the game run on its own for 10,000 years, starting off with just 2 humans. First of all, we need to create a new world, and instead of it being the standard size, we want to give them a bit more space. So we're going to go up to not huge, not gigantic, not Titanic. What's bigger than Titanic? Iceberg. Create. So here we are. This is the world we have created. It's got quite a lot of variety here. We've got some interesting stuff. We've got some, I guess, relatively normal trees going on over here. We've got some crystal trees up here. Magical looking trees. This awesome looking giant tree section. More magical stuff. Bit of desert, bit of autumn area, and some lemons. Because when life gives you lemons, I don't know, eat them. So we're going to drop our first 2 people in here. Grab human, and we go 1. 2. That's man, first woman. They have a bunch of status. They're miracle born. Makes a lot of sense. They're a pacifist and they're ambitious. Very nice. Over here, they are paranoid and pacifist. We're going to change a bunch of names here just so we can keep track of them. We're going to name this person Burston and this person Burster, just so we can keep track of the first people in our 10,000 year experiment. The other thing we're going to go to is the world laws. Now, we want to turn on a couple of things here. Glitched new sphere, which makes the traits kind of go a bit crazy. We're going to turn on the gene spaghetti and the mutant box. And I was going to turn off this handsome migrants, which stops people from coming in from outside of the world, so only the people inside the world will be able to grow and populate. However, they don't do incest, so unfortunately they stop after 1 generation. So you do need some people from outside to be able to not have that occur. I don't think there's a way of turning it on, and I don't really want to find out. We can also have a look at some other stuff in here. I don't know what this is. This game's very odd. If we look at some of the other things that makes this game very odd, look at Firster here. They have a few things, like they have their mind, which I guess works out, you know, where the neurons are and what means what. And I mean, look at this cheeky face here. Also, you have the knowledge in the hypercube. All your knowledge folded neatly into one impossible cube. I don't know what any of this means. It hurts my brain. It looks very weird. This guy is also just as confused and he's going away. Look, one of these sometimes has like a DNA strand to it as well. It's all a bit wild. You've got all of these buttons down here, which make no sense to me, so I'm not even going to bother. We've got our first people here. So the first thing they do is found a village. So Firster, love it is Thurston, that's good news. And their home and kingdom have names. A Magnarian. No, this is Firstland. As you can see, it has a capital, which they haven't actually built the capital yet, so that we'll let them do that first. Home is Lacourt. That's going to become First Town. And all of the things like the people and the kingdoms and stuff, we have a look at kingdoms. They have these things here, like languages. They have traits with the kingdom. They have clans. So the clan is going to be First Clan. Smile, break, drink. Very, very smart name. Culture, have a guess. First Culture. And we've got First, and again, they also have a language, which is going to be Firstish. I believe that is everything. They don't have a religion yet in this place. They don't have any alliances. And a family as well, they don't quite have. So eventually they'll build a family when they start to breed. We'll let them carry on for a little bit. Now, as you can see, it goes quite slow. But you can come down here to the hourglass, change to 5 times. So we're going to go 5 times speed, see what happens. So you see they start to expand the area. And also the other thing you might start seeing is mobs are increasing. You see there are now 6 mobs. And if we try and keep an eye out for some interesting looking movement. Aha, down here, look, we have some wolves called Waff. They're a wolf, Canis, lupus, maple leafosprose. They're a subspecies of wolf and all of this stuff. And this all goes into like genealogy, and they have their own mind. And then you can come over to here to the subspecies and look at all the things. So there's some crabs. Looks like there's some sort of ostrich creature, fox creature. The box, which I think is a it's a beetle. Yeah, just very zoomed in. It's 6 pixels. Butterflies, flies. There's cat somewhere. Buffalo, ostrich. Lots of these things have spawned. Armadillos, all slightly different, but only one sapient species, which is us. But maybe after 10,000 years, that might change, especially because we've turned on a bunch of stuff in the world laws. We'll let First Land continue here, just for a few years, see what happens. As you can see, the sapient population has increased to 3 to 4. Here we go. First Land is increasing after 5 years. So let's have a look what's happened. We can go to genealogy. First, it has 1 child, Olakiva, and they have their family. We'll change this family to the firsts. They have 1 child, but as you may be aware, sapient population of 4. Divin, you see, this is one of the handsome migrants. They've come from far away, which is good. They're attractive, they're lustful, and they have soft skin. And they're also sleeping. So handsome migrant comes down and is going to help make sure that we don't do too much inbreeding. So we're going to get into year 6 now. Still, if we want to get to 10,000 years, this is going to take a while. Each year is what? 10, 20 seconds? That's a long time. First land is now up to 10 though. We're definitely increasing, but we can press control and scroll wheel. Turbo mode overdrive. Warp speed. This is 20 times speed, and this is how we're going to get to 10,000 years. It's still going to take a long goddamn time. 10 years in though, as you can see, first land doing quite well. Got some more handsome migrants coming in. This person had a nightmare. That's unfortunate. We go into this here. We can see the villages. First town here. Eventually, if we give it enough time, there we go. You see, first town. They have now made a new village. Archaeological. And it's Olakiva, so it kind of bases the name slightly off the name of the person who finds it. Olakiva Ekeligari. Kind of see it, right? Not many people in the clan. I don't really know what the difference between the clan and that is. If we go into the clans menu, you can see there's actually 2 clans now. And this one, they're both about the same age. One has more renown. Don't really know what that means. But Firster is the leader of this second one. I guess they split up at some point. I don't know. The other thing you might notice down here is the moons until next age. There's lots of different ages in this game. The next one, I believe it says, is going to be the age of the moon, which is a pretty good one. It basically means things are bathed in a moon glow. But there are some not so good ones. Now, you might be wondering, like, what other things might occur here. So obviously, you have the kind of natural disasters that could occur, earthquakes and hurricanes and wizards. But you also could have it, so let's say that someone went over to here, started a village here, and then decided that they weren't too happy with the kingdom. They could start their own kingdom. And that's when things might start to split out a little bit. As you can see, even within the first age here, we're just about to finish it. It's like at the year 42, as we go into the moon age, we're already at 167 people. Look, another village. Here we go. It's
My son died.
The naming convention is not fantastic, so I imagine we're going to have some very interesting names. That's how we're going to leave it. So I will see you in another 10,000 years. Okay, so I might have overshot a little bit because this took a lot of time and I had to go to sleep. It is now the year 11,117. And as you can see, in total, we've had over 1 million deaths in the past 10,000 years. It's got a population of 2,451, which is quite good. No infected, which is nice. And the world looks a little bit different. I'm pretty sure right here is where we started, and this wasn't crystal before. We go into here, we can actually have a look at the kingdom layers. Ooh, it looks very, very different. We started around here and obviously started spreading. Looks like we've now divided into many kingdoms, the biggest of which is now Mulga. Looking at this is quite interesting, actually, because you can see the culture and the language are still the first culture and firstish. So it looks like the language never actually changed at all. Neither did the culture. So I guess the those things didn't evolve much, or if they did, they were swiftly wiped out. You see, right before we paused here to see what was going on, Lalin of Retrodal was murdered by Nakina. Wow. Very rude. Yeah, this looks like it's now the lion's share. This is quite cool, actually. It's like being an archaeologist or a historian. We get to go and try and explore and see what happened. If we go over to the village version, is this. We can see that I don't believe any of the villages survived. It looks like they were all destroyed. Quite interesting. Let's turn off some of this stuff just so we can have a bit of a better view. Here is Narrowland, which I think is basically where we started. We've got quite a nice big city here. Ooh, statue of a dragon. This person is laughing. You're laughing? The whole world is changed. You're laughing? Well, it looks like there's no crystal trees. It looks like they farmed all of the crystal trees. Looks like some growths here. But that stuff must have spread. Over here, we've got lots and lots of these magic trees. We've got a statue here as well. Windmill. Got some dead zone here. I don't think that used to be done. I'm pretty sure this didn't used to be here either. What is this? Kind of creepy tree area. It looks like we've had some stuff like that. And down here as well. Got some quite fancy stuff here. And it's right next to this. Oh, I think these lines here are kind of the war lines. You can see, turn back on this. Yeah, Retrodal is at war with the kingdom of Mulga. And they are outnumbered. Doesn't look like anyone else is at war currently. This is like the only war ongoing. Let's have a look at let's have a look at a person and see what they look like. So, how about Laughing Guy? Here we go. They have a bronze hammer. 10,000 years, and that's as far as they got, apparently. Iron ring and a bone amulet. Vicious and ugly. They're in an army, so this is something that I think builds up over time. I think it's quite a new addition to the game, as each nation has several armies. That's what they used to fight. Generation 533. Can we look at the genealogy and see how far it goes back? No. They apparently don't have parents. I guess their parents are dead. But they have one sibling and 2 children. Their mind is still their mind. And this whole thing is still confusing. I was wondering if there'd be more evolution stuff. Let's see if we can find someone over here who's gone a bit further away. Oh, these two are different nations. Let's look at Alnova. They've got a thing. A silver hammer. Ooh, very nice. Oh, they're in the Bond of Fancy. This is interesting. What's the Bond of Fancy? An alliance. 359 years old. Has 20,000 renown. A massive population. Looks like most of the population is in this. Looks like there's only the one culture. The one language. And the one religion. Lobopi. Who's part of it? It's Nova, Mulga, Eveland, Barova, and Vetro. So I find someone from this kingdom. Oh, they got some stuff. What's this? A mithril helmet and a mithril hammer. Damn. Not this armor actually. This knightly Latmeister is 419 years old, and that's a thing. They got like bright red skin as well. Interesting. This person seems pretty strong. They're still Homo sapiens. Let's have a look over in religions. So it's just the one religion. Clans, we have 16 of them. The oldest of which looks to be this one. It's only 367. So obviously the clans have been, coming and going pretty quick. Just the one culture and just the one language. The language didn't seem to evolve at all, which is quite interesting. Now, subspecies. Oh, look at this. There's a second sapient species here. Look, Calcaeus Homo sapiens, the skeletons. Who are these people? This person's flailing in the water. That's important. Past names. That's interesting. So I guess they are reborn. They have no loot. There's only 24 of them. It doesn't look like do they not have a home? This person has Gladiator's Hope, made 250 years ago. I wonder if we can find the oldest. All right, you carry on. Alliance zones. So if I turn these back on, you can see this is the Bond of Fancy. So basically all of that area. Alliance basically is pretty much most of the world right now. We can also now look into world history. We can have a look at some of the disasters. Thought in the box sent them into madness. Had an earthquake, demons, meteor, tornado, mage. Just like aliens invaded at some point. More madness, invasion. Moonlight has awoken the horrors of flesh. That's probably what the flesh weird creep is. The ice ones came back. Snowmen attacked for a while. Necromancer. That's probably where some of the bones came from. A dragon appeared. Many dragons appeared, in fact. Observing how farmers treated plant life, the pumpkins decided it was time to harvest. So a lot of weird stuff happened. 4 necromancers in a row, like 2 years apart. That was a rough time in history, wasn't it? The 4 years. The yearly necromancer. There are only 9 subspecies left. Rats, of which there are... Looks like rats have just come into existence. Subspecies created 16,000. Most of them have gone extinct. Wish we could find out what they were. Look at some of the statistics here. Oh, that's a lot. So we have no infected, 800 houses, 81 beasts, a lot of trees, 8 islands. A lot of creatures were born. A lot of creatures were created. 242,000 creatures created. Oh, interesting. 4 languages were created, but 3 were forgotten. Lots of clans and cultures as well. Looks like at some point cultures were created. No one's written any books. Not a single book has been... has been created. 131 ices made, but 1 have been dissolved. 8,000 people died from hunger. 38,000 creatures were eaten. No one's died from the plague. 341 people have died from acid. 40,000 have burnt to death. Most people have died by war. That makes sense. 707 gravity won. 8,000 drowned, which is different from death from water. 57,000 people died from explosion. That's probably meteors, right? Metamorphosis and evolutions. I wonder if we need to drop a monolith down and see if that causes a problem. Maybe that's going to be the next big thing. That was everything. Yes, this is all just the thing again. Interesting people. Who does it consider interesting? This person who is green. Happiest. Very nice. Oh, the saddest people. Damn. This is the smartest person. They're also the hungriest person. They're also not that smart. They haven't chosen to eat. The richest is this person. Most kills at the moment is this person. They have a gun? They have a gun. What the hell? Alien blaster. They must have killed some aliens and got that. That's no wonder they got so many kills. They got a bloody gun. It looks like, actually, very recently, it looks like houses massively declined. Oh, at some point there were 10 or 13 infected. What happened there? Very recently, in fact, there were lots of infected. It looks like they've all been killed. 117 years ago, there were 4 alliances and they've absolutely dropped. Oh, look at this. Yeah, the cultures. I'm guessing languages. I can find the languages section. Up until recently, there were several languages and they've all just disappeared. We were creating language and then they've just gone. Same with the subspecies. Look at this. 41 subspecies down to 9. Uh-oh. But it doesn't look like total deaths has spiked in any way. It just looks like a bunch of stuff just fell apart. Oh, the biomes. Grass. Grass is gone. There's barely any grass left. If we look at crystal. Yeah, it looks like the crystal stuff took over and then held steady. Savannah has dropped. Oh, interesting. Look, Savannah dropped massively right at the end. Ooh, that could be why. Look at this. We've had a sudden massive jump in corrupted land. That could have caused a problem. And wasteland. That's more interesting. Look at this. The maples just went extinct. There's none now. There were very few left. And they've just been destroyed. A massive spike in tumor, which also then dropped. So what happened? Something happened. We're starting to discover something has happened in like the past 117 years. They've had 10,000 years to work it out. Maybe we'll drop one of these and come back in a little while and see what happens. We've got a monolith here. It's a monument of unknown origin. It evolves and ascends creatures around it. Let me, before I do that, where's the capitals? How do you tell which one is a capital? Is it going to be the one with the most population? Or is there another way of determining it? Oh, it's the one with the stars on it, I think. Yes. So let's drop a monolith and leave them for a little longer. Zoom out, find the name, drop one there, drop one there, drop one there. One in each capital. There. There's now a monolith in each capital. It might be more interesting to see what happens after a few more thousand years. See you in a bit. See if we can get some evolution going. Okay, so I was watching this for a bit. We're in the year we've got about 30 years in the future. I've just noticed these people were beating the shit out of a ghost, which was very funny. I don't know where this ghost came from. Spectrum Umbras. They're fireproof, freeze-proof. They're attractive. Apparently an attractive ghost. They have 4. They don't have that much loot. But yeah, I just noticed that they were being absolutely destroyed here. Oh, there's loads of ghosts in here, I think. Yeah, there's a whole ghost fight and a lot of armies. The other thing I noticed is basically this was a newly formed kingdom. It looks like they broke away from the biggest one. But look at the alliance right now. That was not a good time to make your own kingdom. If we look at the kingdoms, right? Every single kingdom is part of the alliance. This one was part of Mulga and it just broke off and is absolutely being destroyed. Look, everyone hates them. How's that war going up there? Still fighting? Oh god, yeah, there they come. Yeah, I don't think that these guys have... Oh, I mean, they have some pretty good equipment. But yeah, they are destroying their stuff. I don't think that kingdom's going to last very long. All right, well, carry on, I suppose. So, they lost. Look at all of this undead. Uh-oh. I mean, they are cursed, but I mean, yeah, they're a skeleton. Yeah, but it didn't look like they actually did very well, because you can see there's a lot of ghosts now. Let's watch this one play out. Yeah, this is the Vetro Kingdom, and they have 3 left, 3 population, and there's just skeletons and ghosts. There's fire. That one's burning. Oh, they're shooting them with cannons. The Lumpkin boat is helping try to quell the tide, but I don't know if it's actually to do with the monolith. Let's have a look at a monolith. Let's see if someone's around there. What the hell? What are you? You're a child, yes. You just look very weird. Don't see much evolution going on with these things yet, but I'm sure that will change. So the children look weird. What's going on with them? They're just how they are, just for distance, or is that actually a thing? Who knows? It looks like actually that kingdom fell. Kingdom is no more, and they are having to defend against the tide of ghosts. I wonder if we can look at the subspecies layer. I wonder if it'll tell us. Oh, hang on. We actually have some new subspecies here. Homo sapiensis here as well. Interesting. Will it tell us about the mobs version? Oh, yeah. Spectrum Umbras. 105. Yeah, they are spreading quite quickly. In fact, there's some over here. There's more spectrums and some skeletons. So it looks like things are starting to change, actually. Yeah, it looks like things are... Bone Lords Calciuses. Interesting. Homo sapiensosis. Oh, yeah. We are starting to get some good evolution here. But it's evolving. It looks like the Bone Lords as well. We'll leave them for a little bit longer. Okay, I found out why those kids look weird. They're energy beings. It's the Homo sapiensis. They're actually energy beings. Look at the genetics. I don't know. I don't really know what any of this means, but it's definitely different. We look at their interesting creatures. Yeah, they're all these like lightning people. That looks like the influence of that monolith. So that's going to make things interesting. Homo sapiensosis are also energy beings. They've got like halos as well. Shadow meteor. They created it a year ago and they're going to use it to great effect, I'm sure. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. A nibbling. Oh, we have Skaven. I should have dropped the meteor down the monoliths down straight away. I mean, he looks like he's just the one population. They're the oldest, happiest, fattest, fullest, dumbest, fastest, contagious. Increases the chance of plague outbreaks. Oh boy, one to watch out for. The Skaven tide might be approaching. 10,000 years of relative, standard human war. And now we're going to drop some stuff on them. Very much this is a good way to like think about the history of a D&D campaign. Oh, for 10,000 years, there was your standard war back and forth. There was a little bit, necromancer came, skeletons and stuff. And then the monoliths appeared after 11,000 years and things got wild. And then we're going to let it go and then see what happens at the end. So I will see you maybe at the end because the population is going down, which is concerning. Well, the Age of Dark is certainly doing what it said it would. Look at our population. It is under 1,000 now. It looks like Mulga is actually on the precipice. We have kingdom that was created called Slave, or slave. And then there was a Slovo down here. It looks like they have undermined Mulga's influence. Again, they extended too far, right? That's the problem with this. Homo sapiens is now only half of everything here. That is interesting. That may be why things have gone a bit awry. Also, this area here is no longer being populated. Looks like they did not go back. There's also a fight going on up here. What's this? What's this Barney about? What are you fighting? What is this? A Corite. Biggest Crystallis. We're down to under 900 now. Hopefully the Age of Dark finishes soon, because it looks like it's pretty bad. What's the Age of Dark actually do? Well, we time of great darkness, when the world will be shrouded in a veil of shadows that seem to swallow all light and hope. Foul creatures will lurk in the darkness, preying on the unwary, whilst the shadows themselves will hold nightmares and illusions that could drive a person to madness. Okay, so that's probably why things are going so badly. And it looks like the next one's going to be random. Age of Ash. What is this one? The age will be a time of sickness, with the air thick with smoke and dust, particles that cause a deadly illness known as ash fever. It will not be a good time to live, but people will still hope to see another day. Okay, well, look, we're getting into, I think that's the age of hope. We just need to last another many years. It's going to be a lot of years before you get out of this. But this area down here, which I think is the wasteland, this has not been touched for a long time. Probably because it is, in fact, a wasteland. But yeah, population back over 1,000. That's good. So I was doing a little bit more exploring, and I remembered about the rat folk. It looks like the rat folk have basically taken over the capital of what used to be that one massive place. It looks like it only has 10 population. It looks like they're all rats now. And that one I just saw, I'm now going to not be able to find, which is going to be annoying. Where were they? Down here. They have a bloody gun. They are Skaven. That's pretty cool. They actually have a family, but it's weird. The genealogy, they don't... It seems like they just spawn? Not really sure how this works. And this is one of the energy beings, which are quite a lot of them, actually. But their home village is also this. Maybe they just don't like the rats. Oh, gee. All right, calm down. Jesus Christ. That is true Skaven gameplay right there. Look at this. I wonder if that really is their home. Maybe they just wanted to kill a bunch of stuff. Anyway, hopefully we can get through this age of ash. We're back down below. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I left this for a little while, and things have changed. Before we left, we were just under, we're struggling to hit even 1,000 population. Now we have 22,000. And if I try and play the game, this is the max speed. It's not happy. It's definitely chugging now. Normally at 20 times speed, these new ages are like 1 a second, and this is 1 every 5 seconds, maybe more. So it's slowed down a lot. Let's have a look at what has been going on. Oh boy. Okay. Let's have a look. So we've got Uriah here, which looks like we're a kingdom of fairies now. We also have a kingdom over here of slimes, but this kingdom it's a small area, but lots and lots of people. It might be that maybe like the fairies or something have caused problems. Have a deep dive. What's been going on? Oh boy, this probably is why things are so bad. Okay. Who's this? A butterfly. There's 4.6k of these, and they're quite old in terms of a population. They're a family. Wait, this sibling is in a kingdom. They have a wood hammer. Or is a fairy, not a... Whoa. So all of this person's siblings are butterflies, except them, they've managed to evolve into a fairy. So what are they? They are Verina Glitterbugum. Oh, a different language. Look at that. And looks like not everyone's in the same religion. So maybe there was a new religion. Ooh. Oh, God. Discover religion with 7777 followers. Yeah, so let's have a look. We've got religions. Oh, we've got lots of religions now. So this one's the oldest one. This is one we've had since the start. It's 12,000 years old. But it looks like over the past 200 years, a lot of religions have started to build up. Wonder why that is. Have a look at this one. You're Bigoni. Yes, we are happy. No complaints here. Where do I go now? It was founded by Ina, who is dead. Like, it was origin in Rovi, and founded by the Homo sapiens susporosus. Good lord. Yeah, most of them are in Rovi. There's a couple of people elsewhere. Languages, lots of languages. Firstish barely has any people speaking it anymore. It's really gone downhill. Most people speak R. Oh, they decided to write books. Subspecies. Now, this is the interesting one. There's 33 sapient species now. Oh, there's crystal golems we saw. Got quite a lot of people in them now. Yeah, so the main big one is oh, no, that's this is the age, not the number of people. But yeah, it looks like in the past 1,000 years, now that those monoliths have come down, it's caused some real interesting things to happen. Which is the most populated? It's Verina Glitterbugum, which they haven't been around for long. They've only been 280 years, but they suddenly exploded. How the hell did that happen? Have a look in genetics if there's anything we can... I don't know what any of that means. I'm not even going to try. Go back to the subspecies. Because there's these butterflies as well. Females can produce a baby without needing a partner. That's probably how the other ones did it, right? I go into the fairies. They have that one. They lay eggs. They reproduce through spores. That's probably why. They're also all... Everyone is an energy being at this point. Everyone became an energy being. There's a lot of unhappy members of this. But look, population 13,000. Pretty much all of them are unhappy. Because they're all homeless. Why is it always so much? A lot of the quotes feel very real, don't they? There are 42 in Gentlemanus Jumpusius. They're like slime people. They fish and reproduce. Oh, they're adapted to the wasteland. They're an abomination. They're still respecting the culture, and some of them even know firstish. I mean, some of these are on fire. That is unfortunate. They are running. But you should stop, drop, and roll, really. Yeah, this village here looks like it's a thing. And they have like these weird houses. Let's go explore those houses. Yeah, look at this. Like, these kind of weird wasteland houses. There's also a lot of fairies over here. It's not where they're meant to be. What is this? I figured that was a slime person there. Oh, it's here. Oh, they're hovering. That's why. God, he's got a lot of traits. He's putting out fires. That's probably a good thing for him to do. He's 218 kilos. Big lad. Yeah, look how many of them there are. There's so many. I think they might need a bit of a cull, to be honest. That's probably what's causing all the problems. Oh, lemons have absolutely tanked. Jungle is tanking. So that's not lemons. That's savannah. Lemons have just gone. We've got rid of all the lemons. As has the swamp, actually. Now that we're here, the swamp has completely gone. Wasteland massively up. Yeah, evolutions, 9,216. Yeah, we need to try and maybe sort this out a little bit. Let's see if we can do one final thing to really just see if we can cause some problems. Because yeah, when we play, the problem is these are all just absolutely chugging the game. If we zoom in on this as it plays. Oh, there's a lot of fighting actually going on here. What is this? I just want to respect someone and I can't do it. It literally won't work. Okay, I need to sort this place out. I'm sorry, this place. Is that the most populated place? I guess there's just a lot of people who aren't part of it but just live there. The monolith really did accelerate stuff. I think I want to try this again where we see what we can make with just starting with monolith. We need to solve this. We need to solve this. Destruction. What's the most devastating thing? Can destroy the whole world. Probably don't want to go that hard. I think maybe we just need to hit them with an antimatter bomb. How big is this? I think we just need to plant it like there. Really just make sure this goes away. Oh, there it goes. Did I pause it? Oh, nope. Nope. Oh. Well, it caused a cloud. It definitely got rid of some of that population. Maybe we need another one. Where's, like, the bulk of it? Like, right here. Let's just drop another one there. Like, there's, like, a big fight going on here between them and something. Oh, what is that? Oh, don't think it matters. It's destroying the pixels, but it's not actually doing... Like, this guy survived. Look at this. I mean, damn. Absolutely got annihilated. He's still kicking. Does it even help? I go back to full speed. Is it really helping? Not really. We may have to bring out the big guns. Tsar bomb. Could destroy the whole world, but it might not. But I think we just need to... I mean, you can see where the population is. It's right there. So let's just drop one there. Here they come. Hopefully this will sort stuff out. Oh. Wait. Hold. Uh-oh. Well, it might have destroyed the world entirely because it doesn't seem to have done anything. Oh, there. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. That was a bit more than I thought it would be. Oh, boy. Can we get in there and see? Or is this going to be a cloud over it for a while? Oh, that's a lot of fire. Well, it's definitely sorted out some of the population problem. But there's still definitely a lot of them. Let's have a look at the subspecies menu again. Like, the city has barely anyone in it. There's still, like, so many fairies. Well, actually, I guess what you could do, if we do that, maybe this one will help? No, that one's show... Oh, yeah, actually, no. Oh. Ah. This is the problem. They're literally everywhere. Like, that blue area you see, that is where the fairies are. Is there a way to just kill the fairies? Pick a group of people and kill them. It looks like the answer is no. Unfortunately, I think maybe the game is just over because there's just this... You can't really do much about this. So, I think it's just going to be a case of... hold down shift and do that. Good luck. I feel like being on this view is probably not the wisest one to be on. Hey, the king of Nettich died. Well, that makes sense. Oh, boy. Okay, so it's for the greater good of the frame rate of this game because there's too many. Oh, look, there's a ghost species there. I mean, it's getting there. We're definitely decreasing the sapient population. And a lot of kingdoms were destroyed. Oh, good lord. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, my God. The frames are so back. That is so much nicer. Right. Look at the kingdom layer. Not exactly many kingdoms left. And also everything is on fire. Still a lot of fairies, though. You can see how much quicker it is now. This is what the normal speed is of getting through years. But when this number got that high, it was a bit of a problem. You know what? I think we've done some good work here. 12,000 years, really seeing what can happen. Eventually, everyone turns into energy, and then the fairies take over. Now we just have wasteland everywhere. Hooray! How sad are they? Oh, they're sleeping. And they're crying. And thinking. And socializing. Mostly it was the crying that I enjoyed. They were sleeping, crying for a while, they socialized, and then they needed to recover, and now they're starving. That's very real.